now we're going to be looking at stem stitch, which is another stitch that I will use with back stitch to embroider stems and any other lines of thread. So we'll start very similarly to how we did with the back stitch, so coming out of the fabric, but then when we're going to go back into the fabric, we're essentially going to go in double the distance of what we want our stitch length to be. So I'm going to make it a little bit longer. And then before my thread gets pulled fully through, you can see there's a little loop of thread here. I'm going to come back out of the fabric halfway up and then pull it through. So now you can see that I've got a stitch with my thread coming back out halfway along the stitch. Then I will go in the same distance as the half a stitch and once again come out backwards halfway through, which is at the end of the previous stitch. And I'll go in ahead, oops, and come out. You can see my thread's getting a little bit bumpy here, but it's alright. So it's essentially the same as a back stitch, but the stitches are all overlapped. So I usually prefer this just because it gives a bit of a slightly smoother effect as compared to back stitch, where you kind of see these little gaps where your thread is going in or out, but it really just depends on the effect that you're trying to get. And then when you're done with your little section, you can just go straight back into the fabric and finish it off like that.